Ruh-roh. Whoa.
Whoops, all echo, and then it's in your mouth.
I need to find my campaign notes. Give me just a second. Also, hi, everybody.
Hello. We're deciding if we want to join the Adventurers Guild.
Nope, let's scab.
Well, let's. The first thing that happens before that is because not everybody's awake yet, but Polemius comes in, sees Aurelia already up. She's a little surprised, but she doesn't.
What? Bobbin just cut out for me. Oh,
Oh,
Bobbin left.
he just died. There we are.
That'd explain it.
I pressed the X for the tab accidentally.
Whoops.
Nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
Oh, okay. As I was saying, Polemius is kind of surprised to see you there, but she says, "Oh, good morning."
Good morning.
Hello.
She holds up a sack and sets it on the table, says, now, Stamos may have told you this already, but I decided to go around a bit yesterday, talk with some of the freelancers in town who all agreed that you deserved a little extra reward for solving that cove problem yesterday. Now, I had to badger them to give money on credit. You know how they are. Making money hand over fist, but they never seem to have any on hand. But in the end, they got you this. And she puts the sack, and she opens it, and she says, "That's 1,000 gold pieces."
Wow.
Okay.
Divide that however you want.
Oh, okay.
Well, I assume just take a fifth each, but
I mean, sure. I guess we can wait for the other people to wake up. But
well, I'm not gonna steal from them.
yeah, I have a job, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, let's just divide it 5 ways when they wake up. Unless someone's really going to argue.
So, have you guys found a ship headed north yet?
I'm just going to stare at Aurelia.
Why are you staring at me?
Listen, I don't know if you've caught this general vibe, but I'm what they in Elfin society call a child?
Okay. No, we haven't yet. We might be sticking around here a little longer.
All right. Well, if you're going to be going within the next day or two, you should find the Sturgeon Surgeon.
That's not real.
The captain is Lady Knacklewise, an old friend of mine.
Okay, stop.
Tell her that you know Captain Stamos, and she might give you a discount.
Sorry, what? Why is she called the Sturgeon Surgeon?
That's the ship's name.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I missed that. Thought you were saying that was a nickname for a person. I was wondering what the fuck was going on.
Like, out of character, I thought it was like an actual surgeon. And they just called him the Sturgeon Surgeon. No, like, Link is still asleep, but I'm just saying out of character. That's what I thought.
Okay, sure, thanks.
Yeah. She's a good captain. She pilots a good ship. And it's got some, well, it's really outfitted for high upper middle class travelers, so you'll like your accommodations.
So peasants. Okay.
Hey,
That's fine. I'm used to slumming it.
I don't.
Upper class does actually mean, nobles too.
You said upper middle class, though. Or did you mean upper and middle class?
Upper and upper middle.
I see.
Aurelia, you have to be nice to them. Okay, I know you're only half human, so that means you're
Aurelia's
half elf.
very nice to people.
Oh no, listen. I've learned that non-elves hate it when you tell them the truth about their social standing.
I don't think that's true.
I mean, you got mad that one time I implied that, like, you're not as good as me. Probably. Or did I dream that and then I'm gonna walk away?
Okay. Aurelia turns back and thanks Lady Polemius.
Don't take the help.
Welcome.
She's not the help. She's a noble.
Right, so what were you guys planning to do in town, if I could ask?
Work.
Really? You got kidnapped to Port Zanzo and you found work.
Sure.
Well, what else?
Listen, I legit don't remember.
Well, we're thinking about maybe going to solve that whole Triton situation, since that is the whole reason we got kidnapped in the first place.
The genocide, I assume.
Is that so? Well, that's actually been a bigger problem for the freelancers than that cove was.
Mm-hmm.
If you think 1,000's a lot, well, they could pay more if you manage to solve something like that. And of course, this would just be between us. The Adventurers Guild wouldn't have to hear anything about this.
Well, about that, I don't know the whole situation in terms of what people think of the Adventurers Guild, but I mean,
well, they do fine work if you can pay them. But a lot of people, especially those who don't necessarily bow towards the center of the empire, tend to think that the Adventurers Guild is kind of an arm of the government.
Wait, the Adventurers Guild is an arm of the Imperial government?
Well, not officially, of course. But all of the quests they hand out tend to benefit the empires in some way.
Okay, I feel like I need to sort of ask out of character, or I mean, maybe in character, but like, how like what is the legal standing of the Adventurers Guild? Is it like a legal organization, like that has some kind of official sanction, or is it basically just
it is actively a guild in the proper medieval sense of the term, which means it has a commission from the imperial government to operate as the exclusive purveyor of adventurers and quest giving.
I see.
Where does my order fit in on this?
You are from a completely different continent. You have just discovered that the Adventurers Guild exists.
Wait, so are we in the Empire right now?
Right now, yes. You're about to head north to where the island elves live, and there are Adventurers Guild outposts there, but they do not operate for their government.
I mean, trying to figure out how Aurelia would feel about this.
Yo, remind me, are the island elves super into that dumb tree?
They're kind of into it, but not as much as the not as much as the ones on the mainland. Like, that is why the Grey Elves decided to visit the Island Elves first, because they aren't nearly as hung up on the tree.
Still.
Hmm. Hmm. So I mean,
So in general, the Relgothans kind of have a mixed view of the Adventurers Guild. Like, some of them allow adventurers, like chartered adventurers, to come within their territory. Others ban them completely.
right. I'm just trying to decide if Aurelia would be more like, oh yeah, it's the law of the land, so I'm going to follow it. Okay, that Echo is really.
Oh.
Yeah, so I mean, on the one hand, like, it's the law of the land, it's the correct thing to do. On the other hand, she doesn't really care about the Empire.
I am specifically moving my head as far away from the microphone as possible to avoid echo, but it doesn't seem to be going away.
Fine. It's
Full deal.
yeah.
You're coming in extremely clear, and I feel like that's good.
Yeah, that's more important.
Yeah, I think it might be coming from Visk.
No,
Seeing him-
it's
I'm
like,
seeing
no-
him light up a couple times.
I don't think so.
No, because he could also hear the echo, so I think it's coming from
It's probably me, because like the noise that comes in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
Because
Cormea was
noise-
talking through that thing too.
Yeah, because we're using two different audio things, like the Roll20 and
Yeah.
Discord.
Yeah.
So both of them are gonna echo each other. So I can't.
Well, only if
Yeah.
it's picking up on them. I mean, it's not a problem for me because I've just got headphones, but
It's fine. Let's just play this game.
Well, I mean, I've also got headphones, but like the headphones pick it. I don't know. It didn't have the problem with the previous headphones, but I don't know how to. I don't know.
It is what it is.
Fine.
All right. Well, if you'll continue to debate about the merits of joining the Adventurers Guild, I need to feed the cats so I'll be a couple minutes.
Okay.
wait, could it have something to do with Kalon broadcasting on both at once?
I'm broadcasting on both?
Well, my thing says you are, so
Okay, I have disabled that.
Well, let's. The echo's sort of gone. It's less bad.
Okay, yeah, that might have been it then.
Okay. I mean, in character, I don't care if we join the Adventurers Guild or stay out of it. Like, what was I gonna say? I'm already in a guild. I guess it's a knightly order. So the Adventurers Guild might fuck around with that. So, I don't know. How does everyone else feel about that?
Once Lake wakes up, I don't know how long that will be, but once Lake wakes up, they are super duper against joining stupid fucking guild because they're bad.
Any reason?
The arm of the government thing, and Lake doesn't necessarily trust the Empire due to, like, just growing up in poverty and just, oh shit, they're doing nothing to help me, so why the fuck should I help them?
Okay.
Grunash himself is indifferent either way. He doesn't know enough or care enough about either side. He's got his own motives for being there, and everything else is just part of the ride.
Fair.
Aurelia's kind of conflicted about it, but
Join the Adventurers Guild.
you cut it.
What?
there.
Cut out.
Join the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah, again, you cut out. We're just
No,
hearing.
he said join.
Oh,
He said join the Adventurers Guild. I mean, if we do it anyways, isn't it still doing what the Empire wants? Probably. Like, if we still take care of the problem, doesn't freeing up the genocide? I don't even know what happened, but the genocided-ish people,
I mean,
all in character, by the way.
well, I'm not even there yet. Like,
Yeah,
Lake is
neither
still
am I, but-
fucking like trying to
Okay,
block out.
I
everything.
have an idea. So, Aurelia doesn't really like to do things that are like illegal necessarily. There's good reason. On the other hand, since she is a foreign head of state, she is not bound by the laws of the Empire, in her own opinion. Therefore, if you all are working for her, then it's fine. You don't need to follow the rules of the Adventurers Guild.
Sure, whatever. Can you pay my hiring fee?
Yes, but it'll come out of your what we earn from the Adventurers Guild.
You gotta send a cut to my order. You gotta send a cut to my order.
Sure, but it comes out of your
Yeah,
share,
okay.
so
That's fine, whatever.
I'm back.
I'm not
Okay.
good at math.
we found a solution, I think. The solution is that Aurelia doesn't want to break the law, but she doesn't consider herself bound by this law because she's a foreign head of state. Therefore, everyone is working for her. So nobody has to join the Adventurers Guild, and that's going to be the explanation if we're asked about it.
Fair enough.
That's going to be her explanation, at least. Nobody else has to go along with that. That's just her justification
I mean,
for herself.
if you've hired me, then I'm gonna do it because I'm literally in a nightly order that gets paid to do shit. So,
So you're a mercenary.
well, yeah. But
So is Nako up yet?
Wouldn't mind if Grunash was awake.
It's descending the stairs.
I'm sure everybody's up by now.
All right. Well, it's just that when you have your dinner, Nako, I want you to roll deception. Or breakfast, not dinner. What the hell?
no, he's lying to himself. The breakfast act. Yeah,
It's dinner for breakfast.
gross.
All right. And if anybody wants to keep an eye on the goblin, you can roll perception. Otherwise, I'll just use your passive numbers.
I do because of what Aurelia heard.
Because of reasons.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Lake is still upstairs trying to get over this hangover.
But doofa.
Ooh.
Nope. That's a critical failure, so she doesn't fucking
You
anything.
just see the money and go, ooh, that looks nice, actually.
Also, I need to answer the phone, so sorry.
That's what
Yes.
also Aurelia says in character.
Yeah, I continue not to care. I trust Nako. We had that really fun adventure. Then he sold me this cool ring, and now I jump good.
Yes, Aurelia is too engrossed in the conversation about the Adventurers Guild, and Grunash wound up splitting his attention and didn't notice anything unusual.
That makes sense. I
And-
just happy head, so.
Lake finally comes downstairs, and they don't even have their hood up. The halo is just in full view. Their hair is a mess.
Don't care.
And it's like, if water, please, just water.
I'll go get you some water.
I cast prestidigitation to shoot water from my finger. There you go, sport. Drink up.
But
That's
the water immediately disappears.
I
Pres-
don't
Prestidigitation doesn't create anything that lasts for more than a couple
Yep.
seconds.
I don't
I get
even care.
real close to his face.
I don't even care. I just look at you and I'm like, this is, fuck it.
I need to
Luckily-
get on.
Go get a glass of water.
Thank
yeah,
you.
luckily for you guys, the chef came in early to bake bread, and so he's on hand to serve everybody water.
Beer? Beer? Beer?
Beer's
He
gross.
says it's too early for beer.
Listen, dude, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Then perhaps then you should go there first.
Oh,
and he
fair
goes
enough.
into his kitchen.
But I mean, like, I'm not asking for any more wine. I just want the fucking water, and I start chugging.
Baby. Small baby child.
Yes, you are.
Shh, I'm 102. I'm older than you.
Yeah, and you still
Less
like
mature,
a halfling.
though.
Wrong.
Anyway, now that I have my water, I just start drinking. I
Have a
think
good night then.
Grunash? Was it Grunash who gave me the water? Or was it Nako?
Okay.
I went to get the water.
Okay. Yes, I thank you. And then I start chugging it.
Good night then, huh?
It was a real good night, and then the hangover hit, so...
Yeah, I've been there. Had to hold back last night myself.
Okay.
Well, in any case, Lady Polenius, she's actually been here this whole time. She's just been eating her own breakfast.
I look like, what the fuck? When did she get here?
I look over my shoulder like, I have no idea actually.
She's been here this entire time.
Oh,
Are you seriously? Seriously? She's
listen,
even. Okay, I
I'm
leave.
fucking hungover.
She's an entire person.
Right,
So are
and
you, and
the
you make
floor
no
is an
noise.
entire floor, and that's mostly what I was looking at on my way down.
Okay, whatever.
Anyway, she does say one last thing before she leaves, which is that, well, if you're going to do something about the Tritons, you should speak with the harbor master. He would probably have the most information to give you of anyone around here.
Harbor master. Didn't that guy mention something about a harbor master?
That was a harbor master in the other,
Yeah.
in the other port. It's the, in Port Lenith.
All right, so just real
Okay.
quick, I did roll for a random item, like trinket or whatever.
Okay,
So I
I'm back.
pull out
What
a-
did I miss?
I pull out what looks like a normal folded cloth, and I continue unfolding it until it's my hat, and then I leave. Put it on my head. I just fucking go. So my most important item is still on me. I don't know. We're gonna go talk to a harbor master or something about mermaids.
Okay.
I mean, that's where I'm going. Do you want to come with me? These guys
Sure.
are hungover. Hey, where's Nico? I say as I look around trying to find him to come with me.
Nako tugs at your trouser leg.
What's up? You want to come talk about some mermaids with us?
You're searching for a goblinoid. Please be sure to look down.
Do you want to come?
Listen to the ground.
You want to come to Mermaid Town?
I will accompany you to the place of the mermaids.
Cool. Let's do it. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna have my good friend Nako, who would never betray us, because he's my good friend.
Uh-huh.
Cool. Anyone else coming besides my character, Gramia's, and Biff?
No, Lake is going to stay here, nurse his hangover, and eat some breakfast because
Cool.
they woke up late.
I literally jump out the door.
I stay behind as well.
Such a fucking.
All right. Okay, so the harbor master is easy enough to find. You pretty much go down to the docks and ask anyone, and they can point you to the harbor master's residence. You knock on the door, and well, actually, lucky for you, the man himself opens it up. Says, "Oh, hello there."
Hello, good sir.
Hi, we're here to talk to you about mermaids.
Mermaids?
I'm just gonna step back and let Honest or whatever.
Well, you see, my friend here is from a distant land where they call Tritons mermaids.
Oh, it's
Sure.
probably confusing if they also have mermaids up there.
We
I don't think they do. Just one of those little quirks.
Okay.
So, my good man, we're here to ask
Ecology
you.
varies across the continent.
Yes. Well, she's not even from the continent. She's from a different continent.
Huh.
Anyway, yeah. So we came here to ask you if you could give us some assistance in finding out about the whole Triton-related crisis that has occurred.
Huh. Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad the Adventurers Guild finally sent another team off. It's first one. It's been months since we've even heard back from them.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize that the previous team was still missing.
They haven't come back here, that's for sure.
Huh.
But yeah, that's last time any bunch as colorful as you fellows have asked me about the Tritons. Normally it's just a bunch of captains shouting at me, asking me to do something that I can't do a thing. I control this port, but that's it. Waters beyond it, all I can do is take the complaints up with the Adventurers Guild and with the local lord.
Indeed. And yes, we have spoken to some of the local nobility and some merchants about this issue, but we were hoping that you might have further information.
Well, I can tell you about the arrangement.
Sure.
That's when I told that first group, which is that from what of course I wasn't there, and but from what I understand, when the elves first migrated off the mainland and onto the Narathak Islands, there was already a bunch of creatures living in the waters between each island. Some of them were friendly, others were not. And so they allied with the friendly ones, the Tritons. And between the two of them, they managed to chase off the sea devils, I don't even know what else was up there. I think it was more than just the sea devils. But honestly, I'm not the person to ask about Narathakwan history.
I see.
But I do know that they have an island up there. And that island is like the Island of the Covenant. Essentially, it's a place where the Tritons and the elves get together every year, and as thanks for each other, as thanks for the arrangement, they exchange gifts, offer each other tributes. Now, it's been most of a year since the last meeting was supposed to take place, and the Tritons weren't there. So the island elves put on their magic water-breathing gear, went down to where the Tritons were supposed to live, and the Tritons weren't there either. And as a result, sea devils and all manner of monstrous creatures have encroached on the trade lanes.
I see. Now, to be clear, there was no indication of where the Tritons had gone, nor any. I mean, were there dead Tritons? Were there signs that there had been fighting? Do you know?
Well, I'm getting all this second and third hand, so I can't tell you any of the details for certain. But from the versions I've heard, there wasn't a soul to be found. It was as if all the Tritons just packed up all their stuff and left.
Well, they are mermaids. Is it possible they have swam into the sea?
I mean, they were already in the sea when this happened.
Interesting. In my experience, mermaids live in tide pools. I may be thinking of clams, actually.
Yes. Well, thank you,
You may be
Lady
thinking of
Serial.
clams.
Which is weird because I do have an incredibly high intelligence.
Yeah, but it takes
I don't.
wisdom to tell the difference between a clam and a mermaid.
That's true.
Anyway, if you need to get to, like, if I were you, or if I were the other adventuring party, actually, I would start with Covenant Island and start my search there. And if you want, I can show you a map. But well, you'll probably you should probably get a ship up to Port Laneth. They'll have they'll have boats that can take you to the island from there. It's part of the archipelago. It's just a little further south than most of the islands. I got a map I can show you.
Interesting.
I would greatly appreciate that.
I know how to read maps.
Bobbin, do you actually have a map, or are you lying?
Well, I have a map, but it's kind of got spoiler information on it.
Damn it.
Well, we'll take that one, please.
I still would very much like to see a map of this world when you have time.
Well, I'll make a point of cleaning one up at some soonish.
Okay, let's go save the clams. Right?
But yes, in character, in gate, the harbor master invites you inside, takes you to a room that is pretty much wallpapered with maps, with even more rolled up in drawers and piled onto tables. It's to the point where you think it's not necessarily for his job, that this is actively a hobby of his as well.
Oh, an amateur cartographer.
Yes, photography. A fine and noble, and then I start looking around and get bored. Just in the middle of the
Are there any maps that show the Warring States area?
Yes. On one of the
Okay.
walls, you can identify a map of your homeland.
Aurelia sort of looks at it wistfully as she sees Viana labeled on it. Like,
Interesting.
All right. No, she's gonna keep following him and look at the map that he's showing us.
All right. Well, he doesn't have a copy that he can give you, but he does.
I've got a good memory.
Yeah, but he does, point out exactly. Right, he gets a map of the archipelago, and he points out the one that's marked Isle of the Covenant or Covenant Isle, depends on who's talking. It's originally in Elvish, so the order actually can change.
I just realized Aurelia I specifically bought her some stuff so that she could make sketches and write poems and stuff in a book she has. So she's going to pull that out and make a quick sketch of the map.
And with 18 intelligence, can I just remember the map?
Yeah, and you can also go north to Narathak and say, hey, I'd like to go to the Covenant Isle, and they'll probably go, oh yeah, I can take you there.
Yeah, no, that's true. But Aurelia's gonna sketch it anyway because she likes sketching things. So.
Wow.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that, but I'm just saying, like, for the record, this is not a map you need to memorize or have on you.
Wow. So you're telling me that half-elves just can't remember stuff they've seen? Must be the human, and then I walk out the door. Come on, Nico!
For the record, perfect recall is not a gray elf thing either. So,
Yeah, no, I know.
I know
she
that
just
you know.
lies a lot.
Yeah, I'm specifying for the other players that this is a case of arrogance, not being accurate. To
Oh, I'm all arrogance, my friends.
Famous
all
goblin
right.
saying.
Well, I think that about covers everything, unless he has any other pertinent information.
Well, I imagine you guys would probably need some potions of water breathing, water breathing equipment.
Oh yeah. Does he have those? I assumed we would get those from the elves or whatever.
Yeah, I don't have anything I can spare. I mean, I've got some stuff that I need to use for I give to the maintenance workers. But well, there is, and I suppose you can get some stuff from the elves. But like, if you need anything extra, there's an alchemist in town. He's got potions of water breathing.
Oh, fair enough. All right.
Interesting. Are you telling me no? That's even too big of a lie for me. I can't breathe underwater, probably.
Oh yeah. Do we heal automatically when we rest?
Yeah.
Yeah, during a long rest, your hit points max out, and you get half of your spent. You get up to half of your hit dice back if you spend them during short rests.
Okay.
None of you have spent any, so you're still at full.
Yep.
Well, we've done it.
All right. Well, let's get going then.
We've stopped the genocide.
That
Famous
hasn't happened
goblin
yet.
saying. They say the map is not the territory.
What? Oh, sorry, I was getting ahead of myself.
I believe it's a
You know,
metaphor of
'cause
some
I'm
kind.
good at my fucking job.
Mm-hmm.
And I am very good at my job. I'm just gonna spend the rest of the walk back trying to convince people I'm good at my job.
I believe you.
Mostly
Exactly.
get blank stare. You mostly get blank stares.
I use a sword and magic, and then I sing real loud, and then unbelievable.
All right. So, what's next?
Well, there are, merchants of all types in town. You could charter that ship, or not charter, but get passage on that ship.
Sure. Were the others doing something?
Looks like they're mostly just talking back at the inn.
Okay. Well, yeah, sure. Let's go find that ship. So, isn't Port Laneth where we came from?
Yes.
Okay,
And
so we're going.
it's
We
where
have to
you
go
left
back
all
there
your
anyway.
stuff too.
Yes, my horse. My horse Chauncey.
Chauncey's a good fucking name. Oh God.
This is my owl. Forgot my owl's name. Forgot his name. No.
Hang on. I thought Grails didn't forget things.
Gotta go.
Oh, I think you're gonna need to go to the hospital for that burn.
It's Gallon Noodle. He's an owl. He's my friend. Look at him swoop. Swoop, swoop, swoop. Goodbye, and then I jump the fuck away. Gotta get out of here.
Actually, I just decided the horse's name is not Chauncey; it's Chauncey Jr. Chauncey Senior is the name of the gnome that taught Aurelia how to do bard stuff.
Ugh, bards. Bards! Don't get me started on bards. Hey, where are we going?
I'm a bard. Did you not know that?
Bards! No, I didn't. Man. Ugh. Bards.
I mean, to be fair, Aurelia is, a strictly amateur bard.
Ugh. Fuck, even worse.
Amateurism is the sign of true nobility.
I'm sorry. It's just we need to have a talk because you're doing it wrong. Like the gnomes were okay, but then the elves fixed what they did wrong with farting, and that's
Well,
what we call the blade song.
I'm an elf, so therefore what I do must be correct.
No, it's not. You're only half elf, so it's only half correct, which is why you're a bard.
Aurelia prefers to think of herself as both entirely elf and entirely human.
That doesn't make
Kind
sense.
of- She's
You
kind of
can't
like
be-
Jesus that way.
You can't be 200% of something if I'm doing my math right.
The goblin idea called the dialectic.
Oh boy, we're getting into it. I really like what we're doing. And then I jump away again. Get away from this conversation.
All right, let's go find the that ship and book us some passage back home. And by home, I mean Port Laneth, which is not home, but it is where Chauncey Jr. is.
Home is where Chauncey Jr. is.
That is the saying.
All right. Roll investigation. Why not?
Oh boy, I want to do that.
Investigating everything. Investigated. God, why am I so bad at rolling?
It is I.
So, Neko, mostly what you get when you ask people questions is angry stares. Aurelia, you successfully project your influence and your high standing. That also means that people just sort of give you non-answers and shuffle away.
Everyone refuses to debate my ideas.
And what about me, the genius?
You say, "Hey, where's the sturgeon surgeon?" And someone tells you.
Aha! Sometimes the simplest way is the easiest, you fools. That is the first elf lesson you must learn.
And I will make a note of it.
Yes. Well, indeed.
I'm a genius.
I love this entire group.
All right. Well, you find the ship. It's actually it's a bit bigger than the naked scallion.
Well,
Yeah.
probably because this one's not naked.
Oh boy.
It's also not a blockade runner.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the captain is on board, and she greets each of you and says, "Hi, are you here for a ride? We're
Yes.
we're heading to we're heading to Port Laneth on the evening tide."
Oh, we should get the rest of our group. I say out loud.
Favorite tides.
Hey, we need to get the other two guys.
I mean, do we need to, or do we want
Hey, listen.
to?
We need at least one of them as a disposable body. I think one of them punches good.
I mean, we already have Nako for that.
No, he's too small.
Well,
He's at best
I would just like
half
to
a
point
buck.
out that even if they aren't going with you as a party, they probably do want to go back north where they got kidnapped.
I was kidding. Yes, we should, let them know. We've got time. It's not evening yet, so let's book passage. How much does passage cost, or what's the kind of arrangement?
Are you gonna kidnap us?
Probably not.
She just gives you a weird look when you say that.
It's just the last time I was on a boat, I got kidnapped to be on the boat. Not gonna make us pay by kidnapping.
Well, price for a passage north is 21 gold pieces. And for that, you get a private room, you get fine food, and assuming you can stay out of the way of the sailors, you get free run on the ship.
Gotta be something. Don't get Guys, I've
All right.
never been on a boat where I haven't been kidnapped. This is weird. Right? It's not just me. Okay. I'm gonna back away slow.
You had to take a ship to get to Narathak in the first place.
I
Yeah,
was
I
passed
was
out
gonna
for
say,
most of that. I was
gonna
passed
say,
out for most of that.
100 years old and I've been on a boat. What?
Yeah, no. Listen.
You're hundreds of miles from home and across an ocean.
Yeah, that one. Okay, so
So
the
yeah,
first time I was on a boat, I was drunk almost the entire time. Then the second time I was on a boat, I was kidnapped. So how do I know that being kidnapped is not customary? I don't.
you were given a basic education.
I mean, it might be a human thing, though, right? What if humans just do it? Is this person human?
Yes.
All right. Well, we can't just. We need to be on the lookout for kidnappings, guys. Will not happen to me again.
Okay.
You,
So
Aurelia. If I
Yeah.
start drinking, make sure I stop. Because I think that's how they got me last time. You, Nako, if anyone tries to kidnap me, stab them with your knives.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure we can think of the other things for the other two to do.
Lady Knucklewise
Okay.
is just looking askance as you make a scene on her ship.
I'm not on the ship. I say I jump off the ship.
I apologize, my companion. She's a bit excitable. All right, so 21 gold apiece.
Yeah.
You don't have to
sounds
pay
fine.
now. Pay when you board the ship. When you
sure.
cast off.
There will be 5 of us, just to let you know.
All right, I will make the arrangements.
Perfect. Nailed it.
Yeah, good job. Except
Case
you wouldn't have been able
closed.
to find it if it wasn't for me, the genius, the
I'm
brain.
gonna
Yeah, I
subtract
might want to
the
point out
21 right
that
now.
Lady Polemia said something about Lady Knucklewise.
Wait, what did she say?
To mention,
Vampire?
well, no, to mention Captain Stamos.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
sorry. Oh, yes. Also, we were told to let you know that we're acquainted with Captain Stamos. I believe you know each other.
Oh, we met. That was years ago, though. Haven't really kept in touch. How do you know him? What's he been up to?
Well, he kidnapped us.
I'm on shore screaming, he kidnapped us! Did he kidnap you too?
But we resolved it amicably.
Yeah, he paid us after he kidnapped us. Weirdest kidnapping I've ever been part of where I wasn't the person doing the kidnapping.
I get the feeling that any kidnapping you're involved with becomes a weird kidnapping.
Yeah, probably.
Mic drop.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it now. Well, actually, I don't know. What are the standard human kidnapping customs? We do a little bit different in Elfland. Probably.
I wouldn't know. I have never kidnapped anyone.
Good choice. It's real difficult. And then if they don't pay you, you have to, like, kill them. Or if you're, like, the one being kidnapped, if you don't pay the ransom, they kill you. It's difficult.
So, sorry to hear about the kidnapping. I'm glad that he eventually did right by you. Well, thanks for letting me know about him.
Yeah.
No problem. Okay. Well, let's go back, tell the others, and then wait for evening unless there's anything else we need to do here.
Wow, you're really good at talking to people, Aurelia.
Yeah, that's because I try to think of what I'm saying before I let the words come out of my mouth.
Oh, no, I just do whatever I want to do.
Right. Well, you know.
That must be the human half. You know, when you live basically forever, sometimes you just gotta do what you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, I also will live a very long time. I don't really feel like that plays into.
I don't know. All the elves I've ever met that are older than me are all stuffy, but they all have their rambunctious faces, probably. I don't
Sure.
know. Is that like it with half elves? How does the human half work? Do you get very serious? I feel like you get serious sooner.
I don't think
The
that
human
that's
half, the top half, or the bottom half?
That's a good
how
question.
races work.
Aurelia, real quick
Yes.
question. Nico makes a very good point. Top half or bottom half? Which half is or is it like you're split down the middle? And like your left side's human?
I mean, I think you would probably notice in that case, wouldn't you? Because I would be asymmetric.
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, let me check your ears.
Yes, look at my ears. They're both equally pointy. So.
All right, so it's got to be a bottom half, top half situation. I'll Nico. And I'm gonna lean into Nico and whisper very loudly. If she dies, we should check though. Or if we kill Nico, if we kill a half elf. Oh my God, Nico.
What? Okay, excuse me. I can hear you. Also, what do you think would look different? Like my feet are like.
Yeah, I don't know. Humans are the ones with the hairy feet, right?
No, not
That's
generally.
hobbits.
What ones are the humans again? They're the short ones that like to drink, right?
Oh, that's
They all grow
dwarves.
beards.
I'm assuming at this point they've gotten back to the inn and Lake can actually hear this, and he's just going. They're just going. No, that's dwarves.
Huh. Oh wait, which one are you, Lake?
I'm
You're the one with the
He's
horn?
human.
No, I'm the one with. You know what? Never mind.
He's a human
They-
who has
I-
some other. Oh, sorry. They're a human who has some other parts in them.
Well, which half or what? Which half is which half?
That's not how it works.
Not.
Then why
how it
are you
works.
called a half elf? Fuck, this is
Same
frustrating.
reason I'm called a half orc. I have teeth.
Oh, so you're bottom
these
half
things-
human. Interesting. Bottom half.
Lake puts their hood back up and hides the halo. It's just like, what's going on? What did you guys do?
I don't know why you hide your. I'm not gonna
Right,
tell him.
So,
Okay. So what's going
unless
on?
you guys have any further business in town, anything you want to buy, anyone you want to speak to, we
Real
can skip forward to the ship.
real quick, I do want to look around for that woman I told Grunosh about, the wood elf with black hair and dark skin.
Well, there are plenty of elves who mostly fit that description. But the mole on the neck is not one you find. You do not find anyone with that particular distinguishing mark.
All right, well, that's all I was interested in doing in town before we left.
Before I leave, I go visit the elves that visited me before and offer my thanks and say that I'm going to be leaving soon and wish him farewell.
All right. Well, they gave you their best well wishes in turn.
I give a bow and make my way then back to the rest of the group.
Yeah. Let's get on this boat, guys.
Yeah, boat time. Gonna subtract 21 gold from my total.
Yeah.
How much gold? Oh yeah, we gotta pay
Yep.
money.
And that goes for all 5 of you, unless someone wants to cover someone else.
I can pay for myself. I'm good. 21, yeah?
How much? 21?
1.
That's fine. Come, Nico,
63.
my good friend. Hey, can I put Nico? Can I give Nico a piggyback ride? Nico, can I give you a piggyback ride?
me a better advantages to which to gain intel.
Is that a yes? Oh, pick Nico up. Some piggyback ride. I'm walking on the boat. Nico, eyes open.
An advantage, I can see the entire city.
Perfect.
I'm on top of the world.
It's in the sky.
And for the record,
Good danger.
gray elves are actually fairly tall, especially by elven standards.
Are elves normally taller or shorter than humans?
Wood elves are normally shorter. Gray elves are
Okay.
normally taller.
Like 6 something. 6 foot something or other.
Dang, you're taller than I am.
I have it written down, but also I'm 6'4". There you go.
I'm 5'10".
Wow, you're tall. Aurelia, I wrote down that she's 5'8", apparently.
Good, I'm not the shortest here. Well, I mean, aside from the goblin.
Yeah.
Jeez, am I the tallest then?
Mm.
How tall is your character? How tall is Grunash?
6'5".
You're only an inch higher.
Yeah, so the two of you together just tower over everybody else.
Yes, yes, yes! So extremely good!
I'm so glad that I have a tall best friend. This is the best.
I've always
You
wanted
are-
some tall bodyguard / servant.
Well, you did hire me, so whatever. I'll
Mhm.
take it.
All right. Well, the trip north is largely uneventful, unless you guys want to do anything together. But let me finish this description before you do. For most of the trip, you actually go up along the coastline of the region called Amnastaquertia. That is the area dominated by the elves and the Mother Tree. And when you look at it, you kind of get this case of forced perspective, because the Mother Tree is not the only giant tree in the area. She also spread her seeds, and those seeds grew up to be first growth redwoods, essentially. And they grow up right up to the edge of the coastline, and so it kind of feels like you're closer than you actually are because of how tall these trees are.
Right.
So that's the forced perspective.
8 tree. Like magic.
Out of character, I'm just imagining like a Wind Waker walking up to the big tree there.
When as we pass by the Mother Tree, Lake just sort of looks at it. and
You
doesn't-
cannot see the Mother Tree from here.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she is big enough that you potentially could, but there's just,
There's
too
other
much-
trees in the way.
Yeah.
There's too much atmosphere for that matter. It just the distance, the haze, just it is impossible to see the many, like the 100 or 200 miles inland.
Oh, just real quick, what
Okay.
you're saying is you can't see the Mother Tree for the forest. Got it. Fucking nailed it.
And the curvature of the earth, but
Yeah. At this point, even the curvature of the Earth is concealing her from view.
All right.
God. Nerds.
One day we will defeat the curvature of the Earth.
oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's the opposite of a flat earther. Got it.
You've got to kill it to make the Earth flat again.
Make America
And
flat.
hollow.
Jesus.
Anyway, yeah, aside from that, I can't think of anything else I want to do on the ship.
Yeah, I'll take it. Well, I know what I want to do. Drink. I'm going to do that.
All
How
right,
much
well,
money are you spending on all this alcohol?
Oh,
They do not have bottomless barrels.
do they have rum?
Ye-
They gotta have rum, right? I'm gonna get some rum then.
I
No,
think
the rum's gone.
it would be gin, actually. They have
Fair.
gin.
Fair enough. I'll get some of that. Get that in my belly.
I look at the gin and then I smell it and I'm like, this isn't wine. What the?
Oh, you poor baby. You'll be fine. And then I'm gonna give him some. We might die
Them.
tomorrow, so let's get
Them.
shit-faced.
To be
Them,
fair,
sorry,
then
them.
I know that you didn't say that out of character, but I'm trying to. I'm having problems remembering myself every once in a while. But yeah, I look at it and I'm like, and I sip it and I spit it out and like, this is not wine. Ah.
Oh, you're a giant fucking baby man. God, waste alcohol. I'm not gonna talk to Lake for the rest of the journey. Spit out alcohol.
Okay, good. I get what I want.
Roll perception. Everybody who might be on deck at any given time.
Well, that's pretty broad, so
Yeah,
okay.
So,
What are we doing?
Wow, why am I
perception.
so bad at rolling?
Oh, okay, yeah, I can shit probably. Aha! Did you know we are in a boat?
All right, everyone except for Aurelia and Serio. You well, it's not unusual to see birds, even ones as far out as your ship. I mean, you are within sight of the coast pretty much the entire trip, and so to pass the time, maybe one or two of you have been identifying the seagulls and the albatrosses and the other seafaring birds. But one thing you didn't notice before now is an albatross making a beeline for your ship, like
That's good.
not just sort of wandering by, not just sort of checking out the wake for any fish jumping through the water, but no, just a beeline from the shore to your ship.
Okay.
Eyes apparently directly on your mast.
Please, nobody shoot it.
No, let's.
Bad things will happen.
Yeah,
Shoot it.
no.
That's-
I look up. It landed on the mast, right? Said
It's aiming for your mast.
it's
It has not
aiming
landed yet.
for the mast.
Can I do an insight to see what the purpose might be?
Yeah, you can always roll.
Oh, god damn it.
It's
I.
a one.
Well, can I?
I think it wants to make friends, guys.
I'm also going to do that.
Wouldn't that be more like a nature check? Unless.
I'm also going to make an insight check.
Nature is more of a taxonomy kind of thing.
Hi, hello. Do I know what up with this bird?
Well, actually, it kind of fits because, Lake, you would know that druids are, all throughout Amnastaquirdia, druids can take just about the shape of just about any beast they know, and so druids would be very like a druid in a wild shape would conceivably be interested in your ship in the way a natural bird would not.
Okay. All right. I go, guys. That's a druid. It probably isn't interested in killing us yet. So
See, I told you, it wants to make friends with us.
I wouldn't
Let's make
say
peace with
that either.
Let's
But-
go with the big bird.
But it's probably just it's more likely than not they're probably just coming over, making sure we're like not a threat or whatever. They'll likely leave us alone. Just let it alone. It's fine, probably. If it starts trying to attack us, then yeah, we'll fucking kill it. But until then, just
Cool. I'm gonna
Well, the
play it.
captain's actually on the ship and says that this is that's kind of I don't see why they would. I mean, this is a very trafficked trade route we're on.
Uh-huh.
I'm just rolling with it now because I rolled on that one. I'm landing my arm out, seeing if it lands on my arm as I stick it out. For it.
No, that's a dirty bird. Why are you
It's
touching
not a
the
dirty bird. It's a fucking druid. Show some goddamn
a dirty
respect for
bird.
once in your life.
Oh, hold on.
Says the elf with an owl on her shoulder.
My owl is not a natural owl. It's a spirit that I forced into the body of an owl.
It's a clean owl boy.
Yes, it is. God,
I'm just saying the picture that you're painting here with your words.
my owl is clean because it's the spirit inside the body of an owl. God! It's different.
Anyway, the albatross was aiming for the mast, but it alights on the railing of the ship, and then, as Lake predicted, it transforms into an elf.
Gross.
Yes.
A wood elf
Yes.
Oh,
with a mole on the side of her neck.
Well, he has the
no. Yep.
sort of dark, I would say, wood-colored skin tone, brownish, long black hair, fairly typical, and a mole on the left side of his neck.
Oh, okay.
Twin, probably.
Hi.
And which one of you? Okay, because you said something, the elf jumps down from the railing, runs up to Lake, and says, "You hide me. You have to hide me. They're coming for me. Help me, please."
Okay, I start moving him below deck, and as I move him below deck, I say, "Who's coming for you?"
The others.
What others?
they
You
don't-
have to be more specific here, dude.
I have no time. I need to hide. The
That's,
others are
that's why
coming
I'm
for
moving
me.
you. That we're walking and talking. We're doing two things at the same time. You have to explain. Come on.
Don't touch the dirty bird,
Can I
man.
roll? Can I roll persuasion to see if to try and get him to explain shit as I am moving to hide him?
Yeah, he's kind of in a panic, kind of
Okay.
like not really registering your words. So yes, roll persuasion to calm him down.
Bam! I think I calm him down.
Dang. Okay, yeah, you take him below deck, you take him into your personal room, and with no windows and with you by the door, he finally catches his breath and calms down. And then he tells you about the 3 more birds that up on deck have just landed and turned into 3 more druids.
Okay, you have to explain what the fuck is going on. Why are they after you?
They don't understand. Back is always worse.
You cut out there. Actually, I couldn't catch anything after you don't understand, or they don't understand rather.
Oh, he didn't.
They
cut
don't
for me.
understand. They want to take me back. But back is worse.
Okay.
Back has always been worse.
Back where?
Back
To where
the
you
trees.
once belonged.
Okay, I suddenly like the druid.
All right.
But while this is happening, while you are calming him down and getting this
Yeah.
relatively useless information out of him, the rest of you are on deck with 3 druids, one of which looks very powerful.
Hi.
okay, this is more visitors to a boat than I
Yes.
expected.
Aurelia greets the powerful-looking druid and the other 2 druids
Okay.
respectfully.
The moment
I don't
that Lady Sariel opens her mouth, the druid in charge looks over at her and has this expression. It's like you leaned over, farted, and then waved it towards her.
What's up, nerd? I say, and I start shooting all prestidigitation from my wand. What's up, idiot? I knew my asshole behavior would be distracting one day. It's just what we need.
No.
Hey, I see that you can turn into shit birds. Watch what I can do. And then I shoot water at them from my finger using precedent. Anyway,
Really,
what's
just
up?
sort of holds her head in her hands.
What's up, guys? What's up? Haven't seen any elves? Well, I guess I still haven't seen any elves as I stare at them.
Is the captain here, by the way?
Yeah, the captain's on deck with everybody else.
Okay, because I feel like, she should be concerned about these people barging onto her ship without.
Yeah, they didn't pay. We paid. They have to leave.
So the archdruid
Shit.
makes a pointed effort to ignore Lady Serial.
I start taunting them in Elvish.
Please, Aurelia leans over and just please stop. Can we just hear what they want before you taunt them?
And
I'm
they
gonna keep
say,
doing it.
An elf druid has come on board this ship. We would like him back.
Why? I'm curious why.
The elf is ignoring you.
That's fair.
All right. Is he a criminal of some kind?
No, he's sick. And for some reason, he is trying to escape the cure.
Oh, what's he sick? Ask him why he's sick. Ask her, I say very loudly, too.
All right. Is this a contagious illness? What is the?
Well, it would certainly be better if he were in our care instead of yours.
Not a question. That liar, I say.
well-
I use a roll to see if they're telling the truth.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
That would be insight, not investigation. Investigation is like searching a room.
Yeah, I'm just gonna default assume that she's lying.
So, no, you don't have to roll again. Just, you can actually say that you're you can take your first roll, just apply your insight bonuses instead. So,
So it's like a 21 for Nico, I guess.
There you
okay,
go.
yes. In
Well,
that
I guess I
case-
should try. To see where
In
I
that
am.
case, you believe that the archdruid is not telling you everything, like she's being very evasive, but at the same
I
time,
can tell that.
yeah. At the same time, though, she has not said anything that, or she has not given you any indication that what she's saying is a lie.
Fucking bullshit. Hey, you guys like arcane magic, I say loudly?
Yes, Lady Serial, you rolled a 4 and you assume that they're lying, so you're sure of it now.
Okay, cool. Hey, do you guys like arcane magic? I got a cool spell here called Mage Hand. And then I start floating around a hand. And this is my owl. Do you want to know about my owl? He was a face spirit that I shoved into an owl body using arcane magic.
Is there a spell to shut you up?
No.
Yeah, it's called silence.
Unfortunately, I can't hear you late because he's downstairs.
No, well, also, they probably didn't
I'm-
hear you, but I'm just saying, out of character. It's called silence. If anybody can cast silence right now, that would be
I'm
fantastic.
trying to distract them so they don't search the fucking boat. Because we don't know you cast invisibility on the dude. Because you're below deck.
Yep.
Come on now.
I didn't take silence, but I wish I had.
Don't worry, I'll learn it.
I don't think I
myself.
can take silence. I don't think that's a warlock thing.
Anyway, all right. Look, we haven't really had the chance to talk to this person.
Admit they're here.
Sorry?
Don't admit they're here.
Don't they already know?
I think
They
already
do.
know.
Yeah.
They're kind of already in the air chasing after him when he came to the ship.
Well, look, unless there's some reason to believe this person's not capable of making decisions for themselves, I don't really see why they should have to get the treatment you're talking about.
Well, honestly,
Unless it's some kind of contagious or dangerous disease, like what?
honestly, and the druid kind of looks, the archdruid kind of looks at her two companions, and almost against her better judgment, she says, "Well, there is reason to think that that he can't make decisions for himself right now. He's been experiencing severe mood swings, forgetting about moments in his past and then remembering things that never happened. He's been falling asleep at random moments."
I see. If you're gonna tell us all this, I feel like you might as well tell us exactly what is wrong with him, because this doesn't sound like a normal illness.
I bet they don't know.
Sounds like magical bullshit.
Yeah, it probably is, and that's why they don't know.
And even more unwillingly, especially with the gray elf rubbing their nose in it, they have to admit, we don't understand what's going on.
Well,
We have used healing, magical healing on him.
yeah.
It doesn't work.
Do you want me to take a look at the dude? Because I actually know something about a magic, and then sparks fly from my fingertips.
No.
But actually, that's like a real offer I'm making you. Like, all bullshit aside, you guys are still, I guess, technically elves. So I'll take a look at him and see. Like, I won't lie to you. You can turn me into a frog if I'm lying.
I don't think they have that ability.
We have wizards of our own. They just know that the mother tree is greater than arcane.
Sound like druids, my dude. But okay, if you say you're a
They are
wizard,
druids.
yeah, I know. If you
At
say
this
you're
point,
a
Lake
wizard
comes
or
back up
whatever,
and says, "God, he escaped. He escaped. He turned into a rat and he slipped away from me. And I am going to roll deception because I am lying at my ass."
nice. I approve of this plan. Fuck these guys.
Okay, well, if it's a tie, who wins?
Well, a tie on skill checks goes to the status quo, is what the rules said. Like, if you're holding a door and someone is bashing against it, then if you tie, then the door stays shut. So I assume in this situation, for this check, you would think it sounds suspicious, but you're not enough to actually act on it.
Well, I mean, she wasn't necessarily going to act on it anyway, but
In any case, the archdruid sees right through Lake.
Shit.
And for that matter, she just says, she just sort of gives you a withering look and says, then obviously he's still on this ship, and we should stay here and look for him.
That's fine with me. I mean,
has the captain said anything yet?
Captain's been content to just sort of stand back and watch this happen.
Yeah, all right. I mean, if she's fine with it.
I mean, yeah, her view on this is just let druids take care of their own business and don't get in the way.
I do try to ask before they start searching, is this person under threat in any way?
Under threat? Well, no, we want to cure him.
Is there a chance of killing this person?
But why would we kill him. There might be a chance if this progresses without any treatment.
There's a saying I learned back in my homeland. That which can cure can also kill. I'm very cautious on this.
The love of the mother
Inefficient
tree
saying.
is all-encompassing, all-healing. She would never kill one of her own. It was hard enough for her to banish those who did not agree with her.
I'm laughing out loud. Well, I look through my spell book and say, arcane magic sure is good, huh?
Well, if there is no threat, I have no reason to argue, and I step aside.
I'm switching up.
All right, Lake, you want to do anything?
I'm actually thinking. Would there be any way for me to like a phrase that only maybe druids and warlocks that follow the mother tree would know to say like, I need to speak to you in private? Like, is there a way I can just
There is a secret druidic language that you did not learn because you became a warlock instead.
Yeah.
However, you are carrying a staff made from a bough of the mother tree.
I actually hold the staff out, and I say, I think not the mother tree. I say, I think Our Lady has this handled.
Our Lady?
I hold the stick out further. Yes, Our Lady.
Are you trying to imply something with that staff of yours?
Take a good look at it and see
Yeah,
if it
are
looks
you?
kind of familiar. Yes, I am.
All right. Well,
Why don't you
if
just
you
say
let
it?
her, the archdruid will take your staff and examine it closely.
Yes. I try not to step too far away because the voices don't like it when I let go of the staff.
Sorry, voices? Whoa!
No, I don't say that out loud. Like out of character. That's not a thing I say in character. But out of character, I try not to get too far away from the staff because the voices don't like it when I get away from the staff.
Boy. Oh boy, Lake.
Now, it's only the one voice. But yeah, the archdruid's eyes widen pretty soon after touching the staff. He says, "This is a piece of the mother. Where did you get this?"
She gave it to me.
She did.
She did. You can go and ask her.
Okay, and the archdruid asks you something in druidic.
She didn't. I'm not a druid, but she gave it to me. You can go ask her yourself.
She's gonna take your staff.
Well, she hands the staff back and says, "Prove it."
Would there be any way that I can... Okay,
You cast all of your spells using your staff.
Oh, yeah, okay. I go, alright, you want me to prove it? What's a good... Just like a stupid... What's a good cantrip that I have?
Can you just use Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, but I don't want... Okay, I cast Eldritch Blast 300 feet straight up in the air using my staff.
That's cool. You gotta teach me how to do that.
Interesting. Because perhaps you do know the mother. Very well. If you have something to say, then say it.
Let's just say she has given me a mission, and I believe that this person is part of my mission, and I would prefer to keep this person under my watch while I try to figure out what this mission is. I do know that an elf with mostly matching their description is involved, and I would just like some time with them, and if it turns out that they don't have anything to do with it, or turns out I was wrong, I will be happy to turn them back over to you.
Roll persuasion.
Damn it! Fuck. I don't have any...
I can hardly believe that the mother would want anyone in their condition to be in anyone's care other than her own.
It is technically under her care. I work through her.
So do I, but the elf would not be in my care either. I would take her directly to the mother. Or take him.
Okay.
Okay, you know, Aurelia's
24 hours.
gonna...
24 hours.
Go on.
I want 24 hours. Give me 24 hours, and if I can find something more out about this, then I would like to keep them. If I can't, I'll give them back to you. That's all I ask. One day.
Aurelia doesn't really like this. Why are you bargaining with this life?
This is something that you cannot understand, Aurelia. I'm sorry. 24
Well,
hours.
I feel
please.
like it should
Aurelia,
be,
be
it
quiet,
should be up
please.
to the person. Question. Where
20
is he, by the way?
That's for me to know. 24 hours. Please.
Okay, roll
Seems a bit suspicious of our member here to...
I step forward and go,
So-
yeah, there might be something to this. For a moment when I realized what I saw, I was taken a bit aback, but yeah, there's
Well,
something,
frankly-
just a gut feeling, but there's something uncanny about this going on. There's just something I'm feeling.
I just hate it when party members have secrets that they hide from each other.
I turn around to a goblin nearby and go, yeah, that is something, isn't it?
What are you guys talking about? I'm an open book. Listen,
Anyway.
Yeah,
I know
I wish you
Anyway,
would
can we
shoot as
please
well,
get back to what
honestly.
And
Bobbin...
the book is Magic for Dummies.
it's magic for smarties, please.
In
It's
any
actually
case.
called magic.
In any case, I think it might be an idea to keep him around just to be sure.
All right. I'm going to say that roll persuade again, but with advantage because you've got your other party members backing you up.
22, motherfuckers! It would have been 21 and either way.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Very well. We shall remain on the ship until then. And so they go up to the forecastle, and they basically just stand there, meditate, do elfy things that don't involve crowds.
God.
All right, you got your way, Lake. Now, can you please let us speak to this person and figure out what the hell is going on
Yeah,
while
that
you
was
figure out your weird tree thing?
Listen, it's complicated. It's complicated. Yes, everybody will have their chance to talk to Druid. I stopped my concentration on my invisibility spell, so he turns visible again. Absolutely nobody knows I even cast that, by the way, because and
Also, nobody notices that you let it go because he's still in your cabin.
yeah. So I head back downstairs, and I
I
tell,
follow.
and I say, okay,
And I follow.
okay,
Yeah, same.
guys, okay, guy, listen. You and
Okay,
we have
the room
20.
is
We have
the room is particularly crowded with all of you in there.
I'm,
Well, I'm
Guys,
standing
can
up
you give
Well,
us
we
a
can
little
wait
space,
just outside
yeah.
the room.
All right.
You can just barely
It's people's legs, it's easy.
so long as two people are sitting on the bed. You can just barely fit in.
I go, okay, guy, listen. We have 24 hours together to figure out everything that's wrong with you. And I'm not even going to sleep. I'm not, like, literally, I'm not going to be taking a long rest until I figure out what's happening and what exactly the Mother Tree wants me to do.
Okay.
Oh, by the way,
now,
I'm an agent
now
of the
that,
Mother Tree.
now that Lake is done being dramatic, can you maybe tell us your name and what the whole situation is? Because your buddies up there are being extremely cryptic. They say you've got some kind of disease. What's the situation here?
All right. Well, my name is Sorrel of High Top.
Can you please type that out? Thank you.
And yeah, go ahead and make the Arcana roll.
Cool. Literally the only reason I'm here. Ugh.
Hope you don't go
Probably.
insane!
All right. Well, you look at the elf, and well, he might have some magically tailored clothing, but that's about it.
Okay. I'm gonna keep my eye on him and keep watching him.
Yeah, he does seem a lot calmer than he was earlier. He explains to you, well, it's just that I am a devoted servant of the Mother Tree, you know? I've always been a devoted servant for decades.
All right. So
Okay.
I think I was listening down at the bottom of the stairs when they said this. They said, they were saying that you were having memories that weren't your own.
That's what they've told me. If it's true, I don't know the difference.
Okay. What? I mean, is this an actual illness? What is the like? What is the conflict here?
Well, it's just that whatever this is, it's only been happening recently, like within the past year or so, maybe.
All right.
And every day, I don't know, it gets a little bit worse. But that is until one day when I was having an episode, and it lasted all day. I didn't pray to the Mother Tree that day, and honestly, I kind of felt a little better the day after that. So I kept not praying to the Mother Tree, and I felt a little better. And I suppose that's why I have my act together now. You should have seen me a month ago. And they wanted to take me back. When they cast heal on me, it didn't help. It got worse. So I don't have a choice. I have to leave her embrace.
Oh, that sucks, dude. And I probably mean it.
Okay. Well, I don't really get this whole thing, but it sounds like you've made your decision and they shouldn't try to kidnap you. So I guess I'm on your side here.
Yeah. I mean, I still want to look over you a couple more times. Maybe cast some arcane magic. But if it's not an actual disease, you just don't want to talk to a tree anymore? I don't know how it works. I don't see why
I want to.
Want to? Okay, that's weird.
I'm still her devoted son. But there's something between us now.
I'm gonna regret this, but I will try and help you fix the problem, because if someone made it so I couldn't use my arcane magic, I'd be pretty peeved. So I can somewhat sympathize with you, but if you tell anyone that I sympathize with a druid, I will deny it. Everyone in this room, deny it.
Oh
You
no,
know, I
I'm
don't really
going to say
care
that
that much,
you
so.
totally helped a druid, actually.
Okay, then I won't help a druid.
Okay, yeah,
Okay,
don't
fine.
be a dick, Lake.
I do have one question. I looked to Lake. How long have you been looking?
How long have I been looking? Looking at what?
For this particular person.
Just since what, last night?
Well, it's been several days.
So
you can say
the-
since Port Zanzo.
Since Port Zanzo.
So not that long then.
Not as long as they've as he has been saying that he's been having the problem. No. Or even since as long as he says that he's been feeling better.
You can always roll.
Alright, I'm gonna keep looking this dude over while you guys talk.
No, that's fine.
Okay, a little bit better. Anything? Do I learn anything new?
Oh, snap. Okay.
Okay, so...
So Aurelia does not know
Harder.
very much about religion, but she's just thinking about religion, and she
Why am I...
Okay,
So what did she figure out?
let me do this in order here. Lady Serial, you are
Yeah.
positive now that whoever made this person's clothing was in fact a magical tailor.
Interesting, interesting. I'm gonna roll some medicine. I'm gonna take his temperature.
All right, but I'm still going to go in order here. Aurelia, what exactly did you want out of a religion check?
Well, Aurelia did spend a little bit of time in
Actually, it was a fair amount of time. So
a manamina QWERTY, whatever it's called, and
Amnesta, just you can call it that.
Amnesta QWERTY or whatever. Yeah, well, she spent some time there. I mean, she's never worshipped the tree or whatever, but she and she reads a fair amount. So I was just trying to figure out if she'd ever heard of anything like this, could think of anything, that might be pertinent to this situation involving
you
religion.
know about some cases of gods, including the Mother Tree, rejecting their worshippers, but usually it's after some big, unforgivable event, something that would definitely stand out in not only the minds of the worshipper, but of everyone around them because of how horrible it was.
Okay.
For this to be happening, and for a disease to apparently be coming through the worship, that has no precedent that you're aware of, and you're aware of a lot of precedents.
Well, I'm stumped.
And Nako, what were you looking for exactly?
I was just seeing if they were, how much, So if
They're
they were,
fat liars.
Well,
what's the whole deal?
you don't sense any deception, but he's been giving this sort of deadpan. He's been sort of deadpan this whole time, and you can't really figure out what his deal might be just from that. And as for the medicine check, you decide that this does not sound like anything you're familiar with.
Well, yeah, but I had to try. Listen, it's probably like a godly thing. We need like a priest that's not a druid. We need like someone who's good at God. Right?
Can't these people just ask the mom tree?
Yeah, why can't they? Hey, wait, that's a great question. Can you just ask the mom tree?
That's kind of I'll let them explain actually.
Well, you might as well tell them, because you did get some details that you haven't shared yet.
I want to go talk to the other druids again, and
I'll stay here with this guy. Keep looking over him with my magic eyes.
definitely 100% for the best.
Well, yeah, no, because I actually can do good down here, and those guys are jerks. Might keep looking over him with magic eyes.
Is anybody going with Aurelia?
Nope, I'm staying down here with him.
I'll
Okay.
go up.
But before Aurelia leaves, does Lake say anything?
I don't even know what I would say, like to, no, I don't say anything. Do you mean to Aurelia or just in general?
Either or, and
Okay. Nah, I can't think of anything that I want to say in front of the others.
all right.
Eco accompanies Aurelia to the.
All right,
National
so-
companies.
So the two of you head up to the top deck, go to the forecastle, and they just look at you expectantly.
All right. So I spoke to him. He basically said some, well, he confirmed part of what you said, I guess, which is that some weird stuff's been happening and that he hasn't felt great about it. And then he said that he decided to stop worshiping the mother tree or stop praying to the mother tree or whatever, and that made it go away. And so now he's decided to leave. So it kind of sounds to me like he's made his decision. I don't really, and he's found, a cure, even if it's not one that you or even he are entirely happy with. So I'm not really sure what right you have to try to bring him somewhere he doesn't want to go.
Roll persuasion.
Okay. I mean, she's not super trying to persuade them so much as just trying to
Well,
tell
you're
them
telling them
how
things
she
they don't
feels
want to
about it. Yeah, I suppose.
You're telling them things they do not want to hear. You need to roll in order to make sure they understand you,
Yeah, that's fair.
and don't just ignore what you're saying.
Right. Okay.
Okay, and with a 15, it looks like you might have gotten through. Like the Archdruid says, he said the same thing to us, but we don't understand how this could be. We've said, I told you already, the mother tree is all loving, all healing. How could worshiping her be harmful?
I mean, I know she's very nice, and I don't worship her myself, but I did spend some time in Amnasta place. Yeah, I mean, I agree that it sounds very weird. I've certainly never heard this for the mother tree or any other god, really. But, again, for me, I would say it's really just about his decision for whether he wants to try to stick around. Like, I'm happy to let you guys try to convince him, but I don't, like, do you really want to take him back by force if that's what it's going to take? That doesn't seem...
If taking him back by force heals him, then we are absolutely going to do that.
Well, I think I could in good conscience let you do that. If he doesn't want to be healed... I mean, first of all, it sounds to me like you have no idea how to heal him. The only way that has been discovered for how to alleviate this illness, it was discovered by him, and it's the solution that you don't like. So it really sounds like you're trying to do the opposite of heal him, as much as I do recognize that you would like to heal him. If you're not able to heal him, then you're just going to be subjecting him to more pain.
All right, make one more persuasion check, and roll with advantage because you're being.
Oh, okay. I'll just roll a second time then. Yeah. Jeez, some bad fucking rolls.
Yeah, well, luckily you're really good at persuasion.
Yeah. It's my best skill.
All right, well, yeah, they don't like to hear it, but they're going to say, fine, all right, take him to Take him to the to Narathak. Maybe
I mean, perhaps
a
you could-
worshiper of one of those wind gods of theirs will be able to help.
perhaps you could take one more crack at persuading him to stay with you, if you really like.
Our last crack caused him to flee across the ocean to a random ship. I don't think he wants to talk to us anymore.
All
Like,
right.
I'm up deck, shaking my head. Not a curse that I can see, but he's got some real nice clothes.
My head just drops.
All right. Does that mean everybody is
Yeah.
out of the room except for me and the druid?
Don't know where Nako is.
Oh yeah, where's Nako? Nako leave.
I think
Didn't Nako
Nako
go
came
up
with.
originally?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. So while everybody's gone, I look at Sorrel, and I say, the mother tree speaks to me through dreams, and in my dream I saw an elf that mostly matches your description, except there's one key difference. It was female instead of male, but everything else, the hair, the skin color, the mole, was exactly the same.
Well, Sorrel nods and says, I suppose the mother has some trouble understanding sex and gender.
Well, a lot of people do. Anyway, so...
The mother tree is an incel.
Oh, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. But she did say some things to me after showing me some rather colorful visions that I don't want to share with you because I don't feel like you would want to vomit. She said, "This is I. I am her doom. I can do nothing more. You must show mercy." What would mercy mean to you?
Mercy would mean an end. An end to this pain, to the mood swings, to the memory issues.
There are two ways I can think of showing you mercy. One is easy, and one is hard. And trust me, the easy one isn't going to be very easy. I pull out a dagger and I say, I can slide this into your throat and kill you right now. That's
Jesus!
That's
Wow, that got weird.
no, this is the easy way. The hard way, you can become like me.
Become like you?
Another tree has agents other than druids. Ones that are secret. Ones that do not cast divine magic. But she still works through them. I am one of such agents. Work in secret, we do things that druids technically cannot do. I already asked him about the memories.
No, I'm talking about the druid.
Oh, okay. So, I don't know if it's the same for everyone, but I got my powers by meeting a wood nymph. He showed me through a tree where I found a bed, fell asleep, and wandered the mother tree's branches for days, or seeing her in all of her glory. If you're lucky, it won't drive you totally insane, I'd say with a small smile.
Well, the elf kind of smiles gently at you. And he says something in Druidic.
I do not
And
understand
then he translates for you. Not some secrets are well known. Among the Druid order, we do know about special agents such as you. Many of us often wish that we would be called for such a special task, but those of us who are not join the order. Some few of us rise to earn our special status, like the Archdruid above deck.
So, you haven't been chosen then. Those.
Let me check something quick. Okay. Sorrel takes the dagger from your hand and just sort of gives it a long look and says, "You know, I always kind of knew that this would be the option, the last option I would take. And I had to hide. I had to pretend to not see it. And perhaps I couldn't for a time when I was feeling so confused. But now I think, especially with you here, and with what the Mother Tree said through you, I think I know what has to happen now." Stabs it, and he stabs the dagger right through his heart.
Well, shit.
I close his eyes. I say a small prayer that of the Mother Tree. I'm actually going to roll religion to try and see like how well I would give this prayer. Like if it's a banging prayer or what. Let me see. Religion.
In that case, roll performance.
Oh, roll performance.
You know the prayer. You don't need to roll a religion.
Okay.
I mean, no one's going to hear it. So.
I mean,
and so he died. The end.
Sorrel. Well, he was a guy.
Let
and
me
then-
know
and
when
then,
Aurelia walks back in to give the good news.
Well, since you said so, right now.
I said,
Okay. Can she see what
It's
just
a very
happened?
small. It's a small room, so yeah, you see that you see the elf with a dagger still on the hilt, and blood slowly pooling out of the wounds as he's lying back on Lake's bed.
Is he clearly dead already?
Oh yeah.
I look at Aurelia and
Like, what the fuck?
You don't know how hard this was for me, and I just start wrapping sword.
Did you kill him?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
I start wrapping him up in my bed sheets, and I take the body with some difficulty because I only have a strength of 8.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Why did you do it? What the
Our
hell?
party member is clearly insane.
I showed him mercy. Is all I say, and just like
What are you talking about?
And
It doesn't
again,
make any sense.
Again, his hand is still very clearly wrapped around the hilt of the dagger. So
Yeah, I mean, that's why Aurelia is confused.
They will leave some questions to be answered.
What the hell happened?
I don't even know.
We had just negotiated for his release.
I don't even know.
Yeah, we
how to
literally just negotiated so that he wouldn't have to go back and they would stop pursuing him. And you, let him kill himself? Why did you do that?
Because
Why didn't you stop him?
Because the Mother Tree said I must show mercy, and
Killing people isn't how you show
I
mercy.
I asked him what the best way he thought mercy was, and this is the path he chose.
If someone says that they want to kill themselves, you talk them out of it.
Nice carpet lick, really red. Hate it though. Oh dear.
You have a really terrible bedside manner.
Oh shit.
What the fuck?
Clue near you.
Yeah, they're probably gonna be real pissed this happened. Just to be very clear out of character.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, Aurelia is really pissed that this happened. She didn't
Okay,
even know the fucker.
Yeah, so once you drag the body up to the top deck, they see what's happened and they gasp. They run up and they ask you, what?
I turn around and say what?
Hey, Lake, what the fuck?
Sometimes some of us have to make some hard decisions.
No! That's not how it works! Stop saying these things to make yourself feel better with the fact that you just let someone kill themselves.
Okay, slow down. What the fuck just happened?
Well, I think Lake just did an assisted suicide. So, but it's real bad how he did it. Like,
Yeah.
Holy
why?
shit.
Well, the Archdruid,
Are these guys? This is the hard druid a high enough level to know, resurrection or whatever. Oh no! Wait, doesn't the person have to want to come back to life for that?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
that and magic from the mother tree has kind of not been helping.
we need a cleric. Someone can guess what that.
But yeah, the Archdruid puts her hand on her head and starts rubbing it and just shakes her head and says, well, shit. No, it's
really,
No, that's an
Aurelia,
appropriate response.
Aurelia is gonna say, "I'm really, really sorry. If I had realized this was gonna happen, I would have just let you take him back."
but
If you realized it,
But what she says actually is just, I think I understand why he made this choice. We were
I
about,
don't.
we were about to hand him over to the gods of the wind in Narathak, and he wanted to die as a son of the mother tree.
Good God, religion incredibly
Of course,
fucked
it
up.
makes perfect sense. No more.
This is why Aurelia doesn't believe in any gods.
Technically, neither does Lake. I would just like to point that out. Technically, Lake is also does not like the gods.
I mean, except the mother tree is a god, so.
Yeah, there's some issues with that.
The mother tree is also a gigantic tree that physically exists. You can touch it.
Right. Aurelia doesn't believe it's a god, though.
You can live in it, but the rents are atrocious.
Oh my God.
Or, well,
I
I mean,
pay
Aurelia probably does believe in gods because gods probably, objectively exist.
I
but
pay
she doesn't
$3,000 a month for a
Aurelia
closet.
doesn't believe in worshiping gods because
Yeah, there's a
gods are
difference between believing that gods
clearly
exist
assholes.
and actually being a follower, and you're not a follower.
Yeah, technically, Lake is also not a follower. Technically. But
Aurelia would disagree with that. But
I hand the body over to whoever looks like they are strong enough to carry it. Because God, my arms are starting to fall off. Oh, jeez.
How are they going to carry it? They had to turn to birds to get here.
One of them
I'm
turns
just-
into a whale.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking God! They're gonna
That's
put it in his
fucking
mouth, and it's gonna go to his
Um,
belly.
And I go to the Archdruid and I say, for what it's worth, I really am sorry that it came to this.
So am I.
shit makes me glad.
Well,
I
that was
turned
an
out to be
inexplicable
descended from
adventure.
them. Yeah, that was fucking. Oh, that was not what I expected.
Meaning, onward ho.
We're
Towards the
real
bow of the ship.
cool adventurers.
The adventure of
The Great White Sea.
enabling suicide.
Oh, well.
Yet again.
That's how we reached level 4.
Yeah, seriously, when do we get to be level?
No.
He died, he released
Actually, that
XP.
is how you got to level 4.
Boy!
I was going to
Fuck
say it. I was going to say at the end of this, your experiences down in the south have changed you. Gain
Yeah,
level.
no, they've fucking changed me. That's for fucking
Yeah,
sure.
there's no fuck they.
They
Listen,
definitely
this is
changed.
probably
He's
like the most fucked up.
cold-blooded killer now.
This is likely the most fucked up thing the Mother Tree has probably asked me to do. So, just
The
throwing that
mother
out.
tree sounds just
Don't
awful.
kill people because a tree tells you to.
Yeah,
I
right?
kinda have to.
No, you don't. Take control of your life.
Aurelia is very glad that she turned out not to be descended from these crazy fucking tree elves.
Okay, see, this is why my parents.
Yes, no,
left.
you're right. You're right. Your ancestors were completely right. This is insane.
See, you were making fun of me for antagonizing them, but actually,
No, I still
body.
think you're antagonizing them.
They're
No.
gone. They're gone by this point. Just
Oh.
you know.
My God. Hey, let's never do that again.
Let's never speak of this again.
Yeah,
Agreed.
unironically, never talk about this ever again.
No, seriously, I never want to talk about this again. This was fucked up, guys.
It's your.
Just so you know, this could have ended differently
did
if
it.
I had not rolled a 20.
Wait, what was the roll you rolled 20 on exactly? Like, what were you rolling for?
Basically, what he would do next, because he's got those mood swings.
Yeah, no, it's cool how you just let a person who we knew had mood swings and delusions kill himself on a whim. But by the way, after telling him that was one of the two options available to him, that was
That's
really
the only
good how you
two
did
ways
that.
that I could think of.
Please never talk to a depressed person.
Wow, you didn't see me in real life. Anyway, moving on.
You can
Anyway.
take the blue pill and continue living in a dream, or you can take the red pill
Or you can
and
take
see
the
how
knife pill.
Just stab that right up
bipolar
in your throat.
goes.
So yeah, for my role, do I figure that they mean the same thing, or is it completely different?
Sorry, roll the what?
The religion check that I rolled.
Oh, just now.
Okay, now.
Oh yeah. You didn't really need to roll for that. On Narthak, they're a little more distant from the mother tree, both literally and religiously, and so they've added the four gods of the wind to their pantheon. Like the mother tree is still the central, most important god, but they've also got four wind gods who assist her, shall we say?
Right.
That
And one of
includes
those is
yes, that includes the one you've got the holy symbol for.
okay.
Like, need to leave.
Fuck.
I thought we said we weren't going to talk about it again.
No, I'm just gonna maybe subtle hints like, hey, remember that time you murdered a dude?
He's murdered undead as well, so I mean,
No, that's not murder, though.
That's re-murder.
No, that's just doing our fucking job. You guys need to learn, like,
They're already dead.
no.
you guys need to learn, like, how to divide job and personal life.
People
You're-
die when they are killed.
That's true.
Thank you, Nako. Thank you.
That is true.
All right, so that's all I've got.
All right. Well then,
So we can
fuck,
the
I
next
don't.
session we can pick up in Port Laneth.
All right. So I don't know if I. Okay, well that was a session.
Now I can use action surge because Lake killed a man.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Next week, I guess we'll actually start on time because I won't be late for once.
We hope.
So, how did
Okay.
you think this session went?
Oh my god, it was fucked up.
Why?
And whose fault was that?
I'm not pointing any fingers. I'm not.
I am.
All 10 of my fingers.
It was me. It was all my fault.
No.
This is all your fault.
Listen, if
Jafar.
you want me to copy and paste the fucking dream Lake had, then I will do it. Because it was
This
kind
is
of.
all your fault.
It was also fucked up. Because I. Alright, anyway. Actually, I'm going to show this on the stream. Just like. You can pause this on the VOD when I finally start uploading these, but yeah, this is the fucking dream that Lake had, which convinced the person that maybe they want to die. Anyway, I'm gonna paste that in the Discord now, so that way everybody can see it. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Next week we'll continue this, I guess.
To